Hello, this is Jay Peak, President of Peak Financial Corporation. I want to thank you very much for taking time to watch this video about your money and how to save for retirement. So the way that we designate money in retirement is easy as ABC. The first thing is you have your yellow money, which is in the A column on the left here. You can see that. Then you have your green money, which is safe money. This can be all kinds of different options. And then red money, which is typically in the stock market. Now, you probably already have a lot of money in the red column here, which could be your 401k, IRA, 403b, TSP, any kind of qualified account, or it may just be a brokerage account where you have stocks, bonds, mutual funds, stuff like that. That's red money, even though some may be safer, like a T-bill, opposed to an individual stock. Still, they can experience the fluctuation of a declining market. Then you have your yellow money, which is cash. This is CDs. This is just cash in the bank. It could be money underneath the mattress. It could be a lot of different things, but potentially it's lower returns but very liquid. And then you have the green money, and I would bet you that a lot of you don't have this. So essentially, the green money column is where you can get the upside of the market without the downside risk. There's lots of different products. You can put this in. Some are better for guaranteed lifetime income in retirement, such as like a pension plan, a personal pension, and some of them are more designed to have growth but also be a self-completing plan, meaning if you were to pass away, the money would go to your beneficiaries tax-free. Then you could also have long-term care built into that. So there's a lot of different things you can do in the green money column that just simply isn't available in the red money or the yellow money column. So let's take a look at what that really means to you. And over here is a comparison of a tax-deductible retirement plan and the builder plan here, which is what's called an IUL. And I want to talk to you about how all this is going to come together. I'm assuming a 7.11% average rate of return, so that's our yield here that we're going off of, and a 25% tax bracket. And somebody that's paying $2,400 a year, or approximately $200 a month. So let's take a look. If you were putting your money in some type of, let's say, a employee stock option plan or a 401k, essentially it's all going to work about the same for this particular type of example. And so you can see here you're putting in the $2,400 right here, and you're getting the tax deduction for it. And with the average yield of the 7.11, we're assuming that you have a year-end value here. And then over here you can see we've paid into a safe money policy. This is the green column, remember that, on the ABCs. And what the year-end account value would be, the surrender value and the death benefit. Now you'll notice that over here when you're putting in the $2,400 that you are getting a return on your money, obviously from the 7.11% yield, assuming that that's what it made that year. Of course, you could lose the money, you could make nothing. It all depends on what's in the market on this end here. Over here, you'll notice that you put in $2,400, but your account value is not near what you put in. In fact, if you surrendered it all, you would lose that money here that you had put in. And so you may be saying, well, Jay, that's not a good return at all. Why in the world would I do that? Well, I'm going to show you because over here is compounding interest. And there is some fees involved in this, so I'm counting the fees. Over here, I'm not counting any fees from your broker. So I'm counting the fees inside the green money policy here. And then you do have a death benefit, and this money is tax-free. So said another way, if you paid in $200 here, your first payment into your tax retirement plan, and you passed away, your beneficiary would actually get $235,000 tax-free, which is a really fantastic benefit. In addition to that, this death benefit, you can access a portion of this to help pay for long-term care expenses if that's something that you need later on in your life. So let's just go down, and all these numbers are adding up over time on both sides. And you can see here that $72,000 is what we put into both accounts so far. And let's go down and talk about right here, this 30-year summary. Okay, so we had put in $72,000 over 30 years. The living benefits right here, this $166,000, this is what you may be able to access in the case of different instances that your 401k allows you to access. You can see on the Builder IUL over here that's actually $204,000, so you have more leverage inside this policy. And in addition to that, you do have a death benefit of whatever it is that you have in here. However, you may pay a penalty, one for accessing these living values. Over here you would not. And then on the death benefit, this is all taxable to your beneficiaries, and all this is tax-free to your beneficiaries. So said another way, not only could you potentially have higher living benefits, such as cash, long-term care, and a higher death benefit, but you can also access that money tax-free to pay for these different things and different life events that could happen to you. Now let's go down here and get a little bit more in detail, and I'll let the numbers speak for themselves. Again, we're going off the same numbers, nothing has changed. Still putting in $2,400, but at age 65, which is where most people decide to retire at, you'll notice that we start taking income. Now, you're saving in retirement in your 401k for income. So said another way, you're not going to take that necessarily as a big chunk in retirement. If you have $1 million in your 401k, you're not going to take out $1 million and go to Disney World. You're going to take that over time, slowly, as income. And so that's what this $27,589 comes out as. So this is basically a calculation saying, hey, if you took out, $27,500 out of your account, how long would your money last? Well, you can see here that you have the account value at $283 at its peak. Then we took out the $27,589, and your account is diminishing here because we're taking out money. Okay, and this is also not assuming that we had another 2008, 2009 to where you lost 30-40% of this money. This is assuming that everything's good in the market. Okay, and you can see down here by age 74, you have to take out a smaller distribution, and guess what? You're out of money. And this is why people are working at wherever it is, local store, because they can't afford to retire because this right here, they don't have a plan in place, and they think, hey, I'm just going to take out money and hope for the best. And this is not even counting, like I said, the market returns or corrections that potentially could happen during this time. So said another way, if you lost let's say 20% of this money here, and you're still taking out the same dollar amount, then this number diminishes even faster. Okay, so over here, let's look at the tax-free account. Again, you put in the same money you stopped, and at age 65, you put in, you're able to take your distribution of $27,589. Here's your accumulation value over here, which you'll notice is pretty similar. It's close. It may be a little bit more. Let's look at age 65. You had 259 versus 307. It's a little higher. And the reason that this potentially could be higher is because you're not participating in any downside of the market. You're only getting the gains of the market up to what's called a cap. And you have a floor on your account, which means that you'll never lose a penny of your principal or interest due to stock market risk. Okay. Obviously, there is a fee inside the policy, so that would be deducted. But other than that, you're not going to lose due to market risk. So what they're doing is they're taking the $27,000 as a factor off of this, and you'll notice that this money is actually slowly increasing over time, where over here it's diminishing. The reason being is, one, you're never participating in the downside of the market, so you never have to worry about a negative return in the market affecting your distribution. Number two, we're taking this as tax-free loans against this account. So said another way, when I'm taking out this $27,000, I'm actually borrowing against the death benefit at a assumed interest rate. It's basically based off of the Moody's Bond Index most of the time, but let's just say for argument's sake that your interest rate is 5% here, and you're making 5% in your account value. Well, it's basically a wash loan here for that. So what's collateralizing that loan is your death benefit here. So if you were to pass away, you'll notice that your death benefit's going down. So your cash value is going up because of the compounding interest and the ability to only participate in the upside of the market without the downside risk, and your death benefit is diminishing because this is your collateralization. So again, just to make sure you understand, this $27,589 is not coming out of your cash value. Okay, where it's coming from is you're borrowing against the death benefit, which is your collateralization. So the way to think about this is, if you bought a car today, you're probably paying tax on the car, but you're not paying tax on the loan. So you can't tax a loan. If you bought a house, you're probably paying tax on that house some way, but you're not paying tax on your mortgage. So the same thing, you cannot tax a loan. So instead of us taking a distribution out of this account here, we're taking a loan out of the safe money account, which means that this money is tax free. And we didn't even talk about that over here. This $27,589 is not tax free at all. You're going to owe tax on that as ordinary income. And you'll notice that this column keeps going and going and going. Here we are at age 90, and believe me, it keeps going. Okay, so here you were out of money a long time ago. Here your money continues to accumulate. You'll notice your cash value continues to accumulate with compound interest, and your death benefit is here. And if you were to pass away at age 91, not only did you take $27,589 out of this account for all these years, but also you passed $200,000 to your beneficiary. So that's how that works. It's a tax-free retirement planning. This is really meant for people that are younger, meaning under age 50. If you're really, really healthy, you could probably do up to age 55, but there's a lot of factors that go into this. So if you're interested in this type of account and you're under 50, you have good health, you have some money that you want to put away every single month, let us run a comparison with your current plan versus our plan, and let's go through the numbers. And it's not magic, it's math, and see if this would be a good fit for you. So if you'd like more information, you can go to our website at peakfinancialcorporation.com. You can enter your information. Typically there's a contact me page here, or you can call us directly at 844-JPEAK, and we will discuss your retirement account and make sure that you have a plan in place today for retirement tomorrow.